So, you want to know what the best modded servers are? Last week I told you 3 fantastic techniques for finding modded servers. So, let me show you some of the servers that I'm aware of to help you on your search. First of all, let me say I have no direct affiliation with any of these servers. I'm just a player like you, and while some of these servers have contacted me directly to play on their servers, my views are my own and I am not influenced by others. Now, let's start with the servers that you shouldn't play on. First server is Infamy Modern Warfare Reloaded. This might come as a shock to some of you because Infamy was the server that I first made a video about on my channel, and I actually really enjoyed playing on it. It was the first server that I came and played on in the modern era of modded servers, and well, the server was quite fun and actually quite stable during its run. But the reason you shouldn't play on Infamy is because you literally can't. Okay, guys, you gotta understand, it has been down for about 2 years now. To this day, I still see people join, often from my videos, and ask why the server is down. And then literally right above that message, it's Deadpool, the guy who calls me daddy, saying, "For whoever joins, the server is not coming back. It died." Like, come on, guys, just... Look, you'd think people would read this, but they literally never do. It's sad. I really hope that this video can put that to rest, because I'm sure that none of us who are still in that server enjoy people coming in and saying and asking about why the server's down. Guys, it's down. We know it's down. We're just there for the memes, okay? The next server is Mono's Minecraft War, aka, hey guys, come play for a cash prize, which we will then say nobody can have because it's inconclusive as to which team won. Don't mind me though, I'm just gonna stand over here and take a couple more /kill commands from the server owner and shake it off like it's their attitude, cause it's a joke. But hey, at least they said that they'll donate some money to charity, or maybe try and get a dog in a dog charity and name it cheesebobi. But in reality, it's been over a month since my video, and they still haven't donated to charity, or at least the owner hasn't anyway, because apparently he can't find one they trust. Dude, just dog trust or Red Cross, man. Get it done, a charity's a charity. As long as it's not PETA, we won't care. Granted, I should say, however, that one of his staff has donated some money to charity from his own money, which I think is really, really nice of the guy to do. I think that's great, but there is not a world where that should fall down to the staff. It is the owner who represents the brand of this server, and it should be him who pays that money. As much as I think what the staff member did is amazing, I don't think that they should have been the one to pay that money. But hey, even if we ignore this charity issue, throughout the entire season on which I played, there was several instances of what seemed like admin abuse, from base fighting to literal creative-only items found in their drives. But fine, let's ignore that too, because technically we can't prove any of that. Even with all that forgotten about, I don't like the way that the owner spoke to his staff and players on the server. I think it's completely unacceptable. Periodically, he would call people shit at the game when they asked a simple question or wanted an answer about why a feature wasn't working, personally attack people when they disagreed with a decision that he had made, ridicule his own staff, and if that wasn't enough, he'd even make fun of his own teammates during the season, telling them to shut up, and then after they leave the call, calling them retarded. Even if he ends up running the best server ever, I'd personally not want to be affiliated with that sort of blatant ignorance. But quite frankly, doesn't really matter what I say, because I guess he'll just turn around and say, you should just get good, as a retort. We also have the server name Retracted server. While the modpack for this server was really good last season, it's since deteriorated a bit in quality, and the rampant admin abuse combined with alienation of some players, including the banning of myself for what is essentially no reason, leads me not to even want to say the name of the server name not found server. Because, again, I'm not a fan of this sort of behavior. Rewind to Mono's Minecraft War for a refresher. And while technically we don't have any proper evidence or proof of admin abuse occurring on Mono's Minecraft War, we do have that on this server. I have it on good authority that one of the admins on the server TP'd to my base and gave away my base coordinates on multiple occasions, which I'm inclined to believe because for a few of them, I have proof of them teleporting to my base while invisible, and then I happened to get raided the next day. Seems a little sus, but I guess I'll save that for the full video in the future. So that concludes the dead and bad servers that we should all forget about. Let me bring up some servers I would recommend playing on. Each of these has its own perks and downsides, so let's get into them. Amps. Amps is a newly updated version of Vaults. Programmed almost entirely by Oralis Dev, the server, from my experience, is very optimized and focused around the classic Vaults feel. If you want your cables to blow up from too high voltage, this is the server for you. It's got a ton of features, and it's all really nicely packed together. Next up, we have the Vaults Community Mod Pack. This server has been around for quite a while and has become a suitable home for a lot of players. While there are a lot of restricted items and limitations with certain features, it's all still rather fun and a great place to grind for some resources if you are into that. And remember, spam Farm Boss when you're online for free stuff. That works every single time. Atomic Anarchy is a modded Anarchy server. It is ran by Quiggy, and is now in open beta, with the current world being kept for the full release. I think this server has a lot of potential, and who doesn't love the sound of a Minecraft Anarchy with mods, especially with the additions of various magic mods to the pack. I'd also like to mention Dynamic Warfare. This is an up-and-coming server with its own style of vaults. The community is growing at a good rate, and it's definitely a server I'd recommend checking out, as I believe it's got a lot of potential and could be a lot of fun. It's got your classic mods that you'd expect in various Vault servers, but some extra mods thrown in there for some good fun. The final server I could recommend is Warp Drive. Okay, quick pause to the video here. Turns out I'm an idiot. Somebody commented ages ago being like, oh yeah, you should play on the Warp Drive server, and I'm like, oh well, that sounds interesting, and then I looked into the Warp Drive mod and I couldn't understand it because it's big, scary, and my brain hurt. It's actually not really that bad, it's just computer craft, I'm actually pretty good at that, but it's still big and scary compared to regular mods, so we don't touch yet. But as I was trying to figure out the Discord and if the server even still exists, I found out that that is not what the server is called at all. It is called World War Minecraft. It is a much larger mod pack than just Warp Drive. So, please ignore every time I say Warp Drive. I actually mean World War Minecraft. That is my bad for not researching earlier. And you might be wondering, Kuba, that's my name by the way, why didn't you just redo it? Like, just redo the video? The answer to that is I'm lazy. While I have never personally played on it myself, the mods present require a lot more brain power than other servers, and if you want space done properly, I can't think of a better server to do it on. It's literally all computer craft based, you can build a ship of any size, and it's just crazy, to be honest. It seems absolutely insane. Maybe one day I'll build up the courage to join and give it a try. Now, unfortunately, this concludes the servers which are up and running, or at least the servers that I'd like to mention for either being good or bad. However, being in the position that I am, I would also like to mention some of the servers that will be releasing in the future. To be completely honest, I don't like promoting servers that don't exist yet, as in you can't join them yet. This is because I have no guarantee that they will ever release. That said, I think there are two upcoming servers I have to mention. Firstly, I'd like to bring up Vice Grip Vaults, which is a project Farm Boss is working on. Yes, that is the same Farm Boss from earlier, you can still spam him for free stuff. It's another modern recreation of Vaults, or at least a Vault style pack, but won't be sticking to the fully classic Vaults feel like Amps. Not much has been set in stone for this server, but nevertheless, the man behind it knows his mods very well, and I'm sure he'll come up with some fun and unique gameplay for his server. Now, one of the servers I'm most excited for is the Cloud Runners Reborn. This mod pack and the server offers something completely different to every other server on this list. Once released, the server will offer fully custom terrain, creating islands in the sky, which can be traversed using custom airships. A huge emphasis is placed on these ships, and I'm sure it'll be a great time once released. They have a lot of fun ideas for ship battles and base claiming systems, so if you want to have an airship and go island hopping, it's gonna be one heck of a war zone, and I think it's something to look forward to. That concludes the servers that I'd like to talk about. However, I know a lot of you guys want to know what servers I'm playing on, or which servers am I going to play on in the future. So I'll quickly go over the servers and say if I'll play on them in the future or not. Right at the top we have the Cloud Runners Reborn. Assuming the server releases, I will be there to enjoy the fun. Amps is likely somewhere I will visit again too. I have played a little bit in the past, but I expect myself to return here at some point for a more casual experience. Atomic Anarchy is a server I didn't expect to want to return to. During my time on it, or at least the predecessor server, There were many issues, but to be completely honest, I really like the guy who runs it. The owner of the server seems like a genuine guy, especially after apologizing to me privately for the issues the server had and his bad management at the time. He felt really sorry for the amount of time that me and my friends wasted playing on there. This, combined with modded anarchy just sounding inherently fun, I'm sure I'll return to Atomic Anarchy at some point. Oh, and also, Mono's Minecraft War? Serious apologies to the players on the server. Take notes. The Vaults Community Mod Pack. I think that this server is kind of like my holiday home. Infamy is my main home, which is now burned down, and I stayed in VCM for 2 seasons. I'm sure that I will appear from time to time, and maybe even play a little here and there, but I think I've mostly had my fun on that server for now. Sure, maybe there'll be some events or something fun that I'll come on and make a video about, but I'm not planning on making it my main home. Dynamic Warfare is something I could see myself playing on, but not for a little while. I've heard there are some really big changes coming, and I'm actually really excited to see how he handles the different ideas that he has, and I'm sure I'll be playing on there at some point. Just for now, I've got a couple extra projects I need to be working on. Vice Grip Vaults. I'm pretty sure I don't have a choice for this one. I think Farm Boss will pretty much force me to log in, like, at least once. So, yeah, cool. Look forward to the Hunt Cheesebobi event on Vice Grip Vaults. And Warp Drive. Well, if I ever get, like, a PhD in astrophysics, then I'll be there. I'll be there, guys. Don't you worry. Right away. And I believe that pretty much concludes the video. But Kuba, that's my name by the way, what about the hint at the top secret project you mentioned last week? Wait, what are you on about? And maybe even like a hint at like a future project he's working on or something? I don't know, you never know. Maybe that's next week, maybe it isn't. You know, you just gotta go and hope. Oh, right, yes. So this project is something I've considered doing for a very long time, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. So let's just fix something I said earlier. Rewind time. Rewind time. Rewind time. Rewind time. Rewind time. To be completely honest, I don't like promoting servers that don't exist yet, as in you can't join them yet. This is because I have no guarantee that they will ever release. That said, I think there are 3 upcoming servers you should keep an eye out for. Mic dropped. Thanks for watching, gamers. I'll see you next time. Peace.